What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about overall stock market and see what the market is doing and where the market is heading going into next week on Monday. But before we start this video, please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you find these videos are helpful and you want to get more access with me throughout the day and also get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, and especially 3 days of live trading in my Discord, check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link down below in the description and it's definitely worth every penny. And if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new videos I post. And now let's get right into it, guys. Dow is absolutely flat on Friday, 0.13%, and Nasdaq up in the green, 0.16%, and S&P also flat on the day, 0.11%. And if you look at these groups here, on top we have technology, consumer cyclical, communication services, financial, healthcare. On bottom, taking a beating, basic materials, real estate, utilities, industrials, and also energy. And if you look at this week to date performance, we have on top consumer cyclical, energy, utilities, industrials, and look at technology, guys. Not doing much. So, it's kind of a sector rotation going on right now, and we will find out very soon about it more going into next week. And if you look at the stock market map, look at this insane move on Tesla, up 4%, and this thing was up close to 6 to 7%, and still up on the day 4%. So massive move on Tesla. And look at another thing here, Target, guys. If you're looking to go long term, this is the stock right now, especially if you're going long term. Yeah, it looks very bad, especially if you look at the chart, but I'm telling you, when it's a bear trend, it does not look good until we get a reversal. But if you're going long term, you want to buy low and you want to sell high, and this is the stock right now in the market. And then we have Netflix up 2.60%, Google taking a breather, absolutely flat, Meta also flat on the day, and then we have Nvidia going up 0.68%, and AMD back to back again up on Friday 3.20%. Microsoft only up 0.5%, and Apple kind of flat on Friday. And now we're going to look at SPY ETF. So Friday we got a flat day on SPY, but the expected move to the upside was 432 almost, and we got up there, found instant resistance at that level, came down, also took out 430. We're actually closing really close to 430, and this is looking like a bull flag breakout here on SPY, and so far it's holding right on top of this bull flag, which is extremely bullish going to tomorrow. The only thing I can see that the rejection came in here on SPY with some high volume, so there is something to watch. Another distribution day here on SPY, getting a rejection off of that level and closing just under 430, but still nothing has broken. The trend is still up and it's looking bullish, and SPY is in a full bull trend. So going into next week on Monday, key levels to watch on SPY. If there is a pullback, definitely 428 right here, blue line 5 SMA, and below that we also have support between 425 and 426 right here, bottom of this bull flag, and then the gap down here at 422.92, and that is the expected move to the downside for the week on SPY. So somehow this thing gets down to 422. That is going to be a dip buy going into next week on Monday. Now to the upside, SPY can break above 430, and that holds as a support going into next week on Monday. Definitely, guys, SPY heading higher, and we're going to see a massive run to the upside. 440 definitely possible on SPY, so above 430. Be careful if you're shorting SPY. This thing can shoot up even more and go all the way up to 440, and who knows, I think if this run actually continues and SPY does not break this uptrend, we can even go up or at least retest previous all-time highs. Now I know it sounds really crazy, and a lot of people think that market is going to crash, but just when a lot of people are thinking that way, that market will crash, market can just go higher. Market likes to do the opposite things, and this is exactly what we're seeing in the market. And also, all you gotta do is follow the chart and look at this. This is a bull trend. It's not going to die just easily and roll over and give up. So if you're shorting, be careful. You should manage your risk right here at 430, because above that 440. We also have some key data coming out next week. We got CPI, and the following week we have Jerome Powell coming out and possibly saying, skip, not pause. And in that case, definitely we could see a massive, massive rally. Now, next week with the CPI, if there is an uptick on that CPI number, then things can go in a different way. So keep an eye on that. And I think that is on Wednesday, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And watch out here on SPY, especially the support 428 and then 425 to 426, bottom of this flag, and then the gap at 422.92. To the upside, 430 breaks early as Monday. SPY can retest upper Bollinger Band close to 433. On triple Q, it's up 0.38%, but we saw another leg up all the way up to 357.66. And if you look at it, there is a new 52-week high on triple Q also. So it's making higher lows and higher high, and there is a bull trend on triple Q. Now, yes, at some point, this big move will have to digest, and we could see a pullback, or this thing can just go sideways, consolidate, and just take all that in before heading higher. So triple Q, guys, definitely extremely bullish. Yes, we're seeing some sector rotation going on, but it's holding up pretty strong. And that means one thing, 360 definitely possible on triple Q. So going into next week on Monday, key level of support to watch, blue line 5 SMA 353.24. Below that, watch out for 350, and then right here 348, orange line 13 SMA. To the upside, if this thing can actually hold 353.24, we could see another move back up to 357 and then 360 all the way up to 363.67 to go and touch this upper Bollinger Band. And this Bollinger Band actually expanding, so that is showing that there could be more upside on triple Q unless this thing breaks below 348. That's going to be a key level. And if that happens, triple Q can come down to 340 to 27, white line 20 SMA, and then possibly fill this gap all the way down here at 333. On IWM, Russell 2000 ETF only down 0.81% and kind of selling off with low volume on Friday. And that is saying that, hey, all the other indices ran pretty hard, and IWM Russell 2000 ETF not, participating in that rally. And now is the time where we could see actually, triple Q going sideways or pulling back, where IWM can actually run higher. This head and shoulder pattern, that we saw a couple of weeks ago, it's not in the play anymore, and it's out of the woods, trading above 183. And not only that, we kind of have a bull trend in the short term also. On this daily chart, we have all these moving averages here on IWM positively sloped to the upside, and that is a full bull trend on IWM on this daily chart. Now, as a support, 185-ish right here, blue line 5 SMA, and you can see on my screen how we tagged it on Friday and holding above that level, and that is going to be a key level going into next week on Monday, 184.54. And this blue line actually will move up, so I would say 185. Now, above 185, IWM can definitely go back up and retest 188. And if that breaks, guys, this thing can move higher, possibly up to even 195. To the downside, 185 breaks. We also have strong support at 183. And then watch out for 179.46, 13 SMA on this daily chart, and then 178. So on DIA, Dow Jones ETF, also a flat day, but look at this, guys. The gap on top fully closed at 340, and now it's kind of hovering around 340, trying to hold 340 as a support. We also have strong support at 337.51, and then 336. We also have support at 335.19. Red line 50 SMA, and then the gap close and also 20 SMA sitting close to 333, and the gap all the way down here at 332. And these are some strong levels to watch on a pullback on DIA. But to the upside, 340 can break and hold. The next stop will be up here at 340 to 68, and then this thing can move higher, 346 to even 350. So on VIX, it's up 1.32%, and I would not even call that a green day on VIX. Still in no man's land, and it's on its way to $12. We broke $14 support, and now VIX can go down even more, possibly down to $12. Now, anytime this thing spikes, now keep that in mind. Yes, we will see a spike here on VIX, but look at this, guys. $20 is up here. Long way from $13, right? So it's gonna be a long way to $20 for VIX to get up to that level, and possibly breaks out and we get a massive pullback in the market. So keep that in mind. Low fear in the market, this thing getting decimated, but at some point we could see a spike here on VIX, and in that case, watch out. Now we have resistance at 14, and if that breaks right here, 16.52, and then at $18. And if this thing somehow breaks 20 at some point this month or maybe next month, I don't know when that is going to happen, but definitely if you follow this chart, you will know that it's going to happen. Right now, it's not happening. This is a strong downtrend on VIX. It's just not going to the upside in one day. There could be a spike, this is also oversold. So yes, we could see a spike back up to possibly 14 to even 16.52. And if there is a deeper pullback, possibly up to even 18. But this thing actually needs to break 20. And then if that holds as a support, 20 on VIX, that would be a breakout where we could see a significant pullback. And I'm talking about, 8 to 10% pullback in the market. And that will only happen if this thing can actually break 20. Until then, this thing can just go sideways, possibly trade in between 12 to 16 bucks, and market can just go higher just like that, because there is no fear in the market. And especially if the CPI comes in low and Fed going to say, hey, we're seeing things looking really good, especially the soft landing, and we're about to pause right now. Let's see what happens. Guess what's going to happen? A massive, monstrous rally to the upside that is possible. Now also, with Jerome Powell, there is no guarantee, anything comes out from his mouth, especially negative. And if the CPI, like I said, if there is a tick on the CPI and it's going up again from last month, yes, they can hike another 25 basis points, and in that case, definitely we could see market selling off. But it's not gonna be that big of a deal, because there are a lot of people on the side waiting to buy the dip, because market is high and nobody is touching it right now. And if there is a pullback, definitely a lot of people are waiting on the side to buy the dip, because market is already too high, and some people don't like to chase. So a lot of cash sitting on the sideline for a pullback. And if there is one, I can guarantee you that there's gonna be a lot of dip buyers buying up the dip and pushing the price higher. There won't be any crash anytime soon.